Hey everybody, welcome back to Grey County Grillin'. I'm Chris, and today we are going to be making some poor man's burnt ends. I've got a chuck roast that I'm going to throw on the Traeger, and we're going to cube that up and make some delicious burnt ends with it. Stick around. And here is the chuck roast that we are going to be turning into burnt ends. And this morning I've got Madison to help me with getting it all seasoned. So first, we're going to use a little bit of Lee & Perrin's Worcestershire sauce just as a binder. There you go. And then we're going to be using, turn around and show it to the camera. There we go. Traeger's Blackened Saskatchewan rub as our seasoning. Try and get it kind of evenly over everything, right? Okay. Oh. Okay. And rub it in. Good job. Alright, then we're going to flip it over. No, we're going to do a little bit more yet. Alright, we're going to flip it over and do the same thing. We're not so rough. You got to treat it nicely. If you're rough with the meat is going to be rough with you the next day.
Keep that up. Tastes better than it already did. That's what she said.
Yeah, it's just going to come out a little quicker now. Alright, a little bit more getting up there. Yeah, but we're going to get the rest of this seasoned up, and then we're going to get the Traeger started up, and we'll be right back. The Traeger is up to temp. We've got it set to 225 for this chuck roast, and we should take about 4.5 hours to get it up to about 180 internal temperature. That's when I'm going to pull it off, and then we will cube it and add a whole bunch of awesome stuff to it, and then put it back in for about another hour. So let's get the Traeger opened up and get this puppy on. There we go, right in the center. Zoom in a little bit. There we go. And we'll stick the temp probe in it. There, right around there, seems good. Okay. And then we're going to check back in about an hour and see if we need to spritz it or anything, see how that bark is coming along, and we'll go from there. We're about 1 hour in now, maybe a little bit more than that, and this chuck roast is actually cooking a lot faster than I expected. We're at 111 internal temperature already, but I do expect it to slow down once it hits that stall. Because it's not huge, I don't think the stall is going to be too long, so hopefully we can just power through that. But first, let's take a look and see how it's looking after the first hour. There we go, that is looking pretty darn good. Let's just get a better look at that. There we go. And I'm just going to spritz it. And that's just going to help that bark form up really nice. And as you can see off to the left there, I've got a pellet tray in there just to add a little bit of extra smoke flavor. We'll see. I've heard other people doing this using a smoke tube. I don't have a tube, I've got the tray. And we'll just see if that adds any extra smoky flavor to the meat. We'll check back in a little bit. So we have hit the stall. It's been about 5 hours. And I think we're sitting at about 168 internal temperature, and it's been 165 to 168 for the last 45 minutes probably. So we've definitely hit the stall. I did not expect to do that with this little chuck roast, but we're just going to power through it. I actually cranked the Traeger up to 300 so we can push past it and get to the next step. But let's take a quick look. There she is. So that's what it looks like after 5 hours. It has shrunk down considerably, but it's definitely getting tender, and that's exactly what we're looking for. So we're going to push on, and hopefully within the next hour we'll get it up to 180, and then pull it off, chunk it up, and then finish her off. We have hit 180 internal temperature. Finally, it has only taken us 5.5 hours. A lot longer than I intended, but that's the way it is. So let's open it up and take a look. There she is. So we're going to get this pulled off, get it inside. We're going to let it rest for about 15 minutes, and then we will cube it up and then get it ready to come back out here in a foil pan. We've let this rest for about 15 minutes, so it is time to cut in and take a look. I'm just going to cut it in half first. And there, we got a nice smoke ring there. Yeah, that looks like it is going to be fantastic. So now we're going to cut her up into some small cubes. We've got everything all cubed up now, and we're going to add just a little bit more of the rub. That was the blackened Saskatchewan rub. Just add a little bit more there. Then we are going to add some squeeze butter. Not a whole lot. Now we're going to add a little bit of honey and just give it a little bit of extra sweetness. And this will caramelize up real nice. All right, now I'm going to put some foil over this. We're going to put it back on the Traeger for about a half an hour to just let everything kind of mellow in there. Then we're going to pull it back off. We're going to add some Uncle Sam's spicy barbecue sauce, and then we'll be good to go. Burnt ends have been cooking with the foil on for about 45 minutes. We're going to take the foil off. Oh, those look good. All right. Next step, we are going to put on some Uncle Sam's spicy barbecue sauce. And we are going to give these a good coating. There we go. And we'll just mix them up a bit. Alright, that looks good. And we're going to put these back on the Traeger like this, uncovered, for about another half an hour, and then hit them with a little bit more sauce at the end, and then we should be ready to give them a try. All right, these burn ends are done. It's time to dig in and give them a try and see. I'm gonna grab one here just with a fork. There's how she looks. That is really good. Now, I've never had real burn ends before from a brisket point, but I can't imagine it being any better than this. These are fantastic. They got good smoke flavor, good sweet, good heat. Fantastic. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Share with your friends, leave me a comment down below. And if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button and the bell icon next to it so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.